All right, before we begin with our conform module, I want to take a second to take you through the media and the edit page. And we're going to start top left and then move to the right and then bottom left to the right. So this is how we're going to go. Okay, so inside the media page, this is what you're going to see. And this might be checked off, but if it is and you're looking at the entire screen, go ahead and click media storage and open this up. And Resolve keeps everything very clean, and I absolutely love it. Anything that's highlighted in white is active, and anything that's grayed out is inactive. So now that we have the media page active, this is another thing that might be happening. It might be like this, and you might go, what the hell am I supposed to do? So this button right here, anytime you see this icon, become best friends with this icon. So anytime you click, it opens up, it reveals all the folders. So in this case, all my bins. So what we're seeing in the media storage here is, think of it in Premiere Pro browser. So this is your browser. Everything on your Finder level is seen right here. Now, the thing that I love about, so like, we can go anywhere. We can go here, projects, and I can navigate to freelance class and course material and everything we can see right here. One thing that you want to start using a lot is this guy right here. So what I would tell you is, wherever you guys are storing the course material, grab it and move it right here. You see what I just did? I moved it down here, and now it doesn't matter. I can be anywhere, and it doesn't matter because I can just click right here and it'll take me to that. So that is a very, very handy and useful thing and can save you so much time. And throughout that course, I'm going to be dropping in quick tips and little things like that. That's just going to make you efficient over time. So just make a note of that, take a picture, write something, however you take notes, like just keep that stuff in mind. So that's on the left-hand side, okay? And another thing you need to know is these options right here. So pretty simple. This is just a slider to make the size of the thumbnails bigger or smaller. This is to sort it however you like. This guy is going to give you a list view. And then if you can set these up however your heart desires. And I leave this in thumbnail view most of the time. And then this is, if you want to search something particular, you can click this guy right here. And then these three dots, you have the option to, when you're viewing your clips, if you want to look at the waveform on the actual clip, and I think it's very useful, I leave it on. Right-hand side is your source monitor, meaning if I were to go and pull up, let's just say footage right here, and I double click on the footage that's supposed to be on the Finder level, it's going to pop it open in my source and I can look at that footage. Okay, so this is awesome. I can see that footage right here. Right now it's telling me, we're looking at the source. We can just turn on audio only and we can look at the waveforms, or we can just look at the actual clip. Moving on to the right side, and then everything else is, pretty self-explanatory as any editor. On the right side, you can turn on your audio, so when you're playing it back, you're getting a feedback and you can see your waveforms. Or you can turn on metadata, so when you click on any clip right here, it's going to give you the information. So it's telling us that this is C200 RAW, 4K, 4 channels, and all that jazz. So this is giving us all that information that we need right here. Also get to familiarize yourself with this button. It's very useful. What that does is that if I click right here, it's going to extend it all the way through. Okay, and if I click it again, it's going to minimize that window for me. These are really nice how it's sectioned off. It's really growing on me. When I started working in Resolve from Premiere Pro or coming from Avid Media Composer world, it was kind of restrictive and I didn't like it. How I couldn't just modulate these windows however I liked. But now when you really sit back and look at how they have everything laid out, it's very well thought out and you don't need to fudge with it. Everything is where it's supposed to be and accessible, and you can tuck it away if you want to. You can bring it out if you want to. You can extend it if you like. All this cool stuff. Same thing here. We can extend it all the way. We can troll it down. We can get rid of that, get more real estate for our thumbnails, or we can just close it all together. So that's what I mean. It's right there, accessible, and very neat and clean how it's all set up. Let's move down to our bottom. So the difference between the top and the bottom in the media page is that the top is for the Finder level, everything that we're bringing in from the Finder level. And then the right is showing us those clips from the Finder level. The bottom is what's inside DaVinci Resolve, what we've already moved into Resolve. So if we go to our footage and how I have it set up, our timeline, and then these are the clips or the timelines that I brought in. So those are going to show up here. So once I click on this, I can use this source monitor to view my timeline inside DaVinci Resolve. And same rule applies here. If I want to buy more real estate, I can click here and just put that away. And then smart bins, I love that. This is one of my favorite features. So if you have a bunch of folders and if your timelines are all over the place, or if you've lost one timeline and you don't know how to find it, smart bin is the way to go. You just click on timelines and it's going to get you all your timelines from the entire project. So very helpful tool. I usually have a folder called timeline and I try to stay disciplined, but every now and then if something happens, that's the fallback plan. If you move to the right hand side, and once again, we have the slider, we can make it bigger or small, however we like it. And then the sort options are the same. List view is the same as up here. And then search options are the same, but this is the sauce. This is something they added in Resolve 16 that we did not have previously in DaVinci Resolve. And this is very similar to how Premiere Pro operates. So if I click, if you just want to see multiple things here, multiple folders or windows instead of just one window, and if you only have 3 clips, you don't want the whole bottom area to be taken up by those 2-3 clips. So if you want to make better use of it, you can click right here and get to choose. You can split it into 2. And now we can be looking at our footage right here. And then we can be looking at our timelines here. So this is extremely useful when it comes to editing and just sorting through media, stuff like that. Or you can even take it a step further and you can turn it into, you can set it up top and bottom in this case. So depending on what floats your boat, set it up however you like. I like it this way. I can keep it that way. So do you understand what I'm saying? Like how it's growing on me? And it's just so clean. It's just so clean. I don't know what else to say. I mean, you know, boom, back to that. As everything snaps and it's just so responsive. I love it. So that's our media page. Now let's take a look at the edit page.